drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up.
Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall.
Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate
Came
now.
for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in.
Wrong scene, wrong scene. We're all good, we're all good. Now we're not sleeping today, man. Come on, what are you saying? Hope we're all well. Hope we're all good. Let me see how all systems go. As far as I can see, now we are. Alright, alright. All good today. What is it? It's Thursday. Anyone knows this track Harry's playing? Which one? The one just before? That one just before was called Go Mode. That's what it was called. GBP news today, yeah, a little bit later on. We're gonna break down the whole GBP news, what I expect, why, how that's gonna impact price, etc, 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 and then we'll have a look at what's going on. So start off on the calendar here as always, you know, same old. Looking at the calendar here, right, what can we see? What can we see today is going to be Bank of England interest rate decision, right? So we can see interest rate decisions today. That's not till after London session, just before New York session. And then for New York today, we have unemployment claims here, which is going to be quite important actually, because of the market waiting for the next CPI data release, and the employment market will be important, because if we still see a strong labor market, then it's going to encourage to keep rates higher for longer. But if we see a weaker labor market, then probably they want to start to try to reduce interest rates, and it starts to become interesting here. So yeah, you know, they're kind of looking for a stronger labor market here. You know, that's what they're looking for here. But we're gonna talk about the Bank of England here in a bit. Just let a few more people come in so that they can gain that information. In the meantime, we will do the analysis, right? So if we start off here on the daily time frame, as always here, looking at GJ, we do have another bullish daily candle close. Now this is a little bit more significant of a daily candle close than this one here. This was kind of not really promising. This is a good daily candle close, nice strong body here. Now if we can break these highs, you know, it does make sense for continuation. We haven't created any resistances yet. Daily candle is closing bullish here, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame, we have created a bit of a 4-hour resistance right now. So you can see we're chopping a bit, and this is just, it's not a weak 4-hour close. It's not even closing as an engulfing of the previous 4-hour candle, the bullish one I'm talking about. These are just kind of like a pause in the market. So it's interesting to me because it's showing a bit of weakness here. I wonder if we just break daily highs here, will we just get a little spike up, and this will act like a, I don't know, like a complicated setup 3. Now the only thing I worry about is it comes up, grabs liquidity to end up going down. But either way, you know, we do have that opportunity once it starts breaking that to give that a shot. Now since it's GJ news today, we could see price pump going into the news. We could also see it just range going into the news. That's the only difference. Now news is not till later. If news was during a London session, then obviously we want to be waiting. But yeah, like I said, I'll talk a little bit about news once more people are in. But looking at that, not much information. 4 hours giving us, just showing us consolidation. When we go on the 1 hour, we start to see that consolidation. We have this nice little retest here, rejecting the range lows here. So it's nice whenever you get that retest rejecting the range lows. It kind of tells you that price is holding this nice uptrend here. And if you can see how we've been holding this nice uptrend here, higher lows, same as this, right? We did pop up, we fail, and then we ended up going. So we could see something similar where price comes down and then ends up going. The only difference is that we have news, and news can either just give one big spike up or one big spike down. Looking at, you know, in terms of trades here, I think what I would like to see is, I'm not too confident inside of this range today, unless I start to see some heavy movement from the bottom of the range. If we bring back drawings here from 4 hour, you can start to see how my 4 hours is drawn here. I just want to mark this just out of interest. It's not really too relevant here, but I just want to see what it is on lower time frame, if it's reacting off it, etc. So moving down to 15-minute here, yeah, it's not really relevant. We're just chopping in that. If we move down to the bottom of the range here, that could have some options for some upside to trade back towards the top of the range. I do quite like that, but I need to see some good volume in the market here, right, to see that to happen. Otherwise, I'm just the breakout here. Yeah, you know, that's what makes sense to me, is to attempt the breakout here. I think that could be pretty interesting here, is to just try the, you know, the breakout. So this could be quite interesting if we're getting a close above 500 and give that a shot, you know. Yeah, if news just ends up making it fail because no traders are involved in the market, it's still worth the shot for me in my opinion, as it seems pretty clear. So for me, buys are going to be above 500 here, which is what makes sense for me. And then look at this zone as a watch zone, see how that looks on 30-minute. Yeah, same zone there, you know, and then 1 hour should be the same. Yeah, and then, you know, I think that gives us around at least 10 to 12 pips here before we need to look at what's going on with price. Yeah, 10 to 12 pips there. So that's basically what I'm looking for in GJ. Pretty you know, self-explanatory there. 4 hour resistance tested twice with wicks. Now it's a watch zone. It's just not relevant because you wouldn't trade there. It's not, 4 hour resistance is literally going straight through here. It's not somewhere you would trade anyway, so it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter. Now if we look at gold, right? Damn, gold just pumped up here from the bottom of the range. That's very interesting to see. What time did this happen? Oh, literally this morning. All right. Gold is super interesting the way gold is playing here. It's just playing this range. Nothing has changed. Analysis is going to be the exact same as yesterday. We're literally a couple of pips higher than yesterday, but actually no, we're the exact spot. Look, 9:30 we were at, yesterday at 9:30 we were at 1319,400, and today at 9:30 we are 1319,380. So literally the exact same spot as yesterday. Will we get another repeat is the question. The more this ranges, the more inconsistent it's going to get. As you can see here how it's starting to get more inconsistent, starting to chop a little bit more. You want to be playing from the top and bottom of the range. So let's go see what developments we had, but just from looking at this, analysis is going to be the same. So starting on daily time frame here, previous daily did close bearish though, still within this range. You know, same as yesterday basically. Nothing's changed there. 4 hour time frame still holding this range, still holding the 4 hour resistance right here. I think we can move this 30-minute. We can put another line here. Don't really think we need another line here, but I just want to see it, as you're not really going to buy at that zone anyways, right? You're not going to buy here. Yeah, you don't need this line because you're not buying here. Not buying at the top of the range doesn't make sense. So gold is pretty simple here. You basically need to see a repeat of yesterday. You need structure, right? So you need structure first, and then a close below that structure to continue sells. Just a resistance formed, I don't feel too confident with just a resistance formed, because every single time we've had structure like this, had structure here, had structure here. Basically took this trade all week, right? We took it in London, down here to here. In New York, we took the same trade, and now we're in London again. If we want that trade to play out, then we need to see the same thing. The only thing is I would like to see some form of liquidity grab being done, which would be creating structure, right? If we saw structure created, and then boom, and then we see that downside move. So that's what I'd expect. For me, I'm not confident just shorting it right off the rip, unless we had maybe something like a 1 hour strong bearish close like this. When you have a 1 hour bearish close, it starts to make sense, right? It makes sense when once you have a bearish 1 hour close. But this trade, we've already rinsed the market with this trade. It's given us this trade twice, and the more it happens, the less likely, of course, you know, we took that same trade yesterday. We took the same trade again in New York for 60, and then now we're in London and it's setting up for the same. So can't be too greedy with it. The difference is that the range is getting higher and higher and higher. As you can see, yesterday dipped down to here, then New York dipped to here, then after Asian only came back to New York lows. So maybe this only gives you extension down to, I don't know, maybe 23.11 here. But I would like to see structure first personally, as that would make more sense for sells for me, just because we haven't exactly tapped the top of the range. Look at yesterday, when we came, we tapped exactly the top of the range. That's why this had such a harsh rejection. And then you had this structure formed here, and then selling below there makes sense, like on this close here, etc. Same as yesterday, we had this structure here. We waited for something closing below that structure. We had this structure here as well, something closed below that structure. Like, even if you're looking at early entries, I mean, yesterday we didn't know that this is going to be a range. Now we know it's going to be a range. But yesterday we had this structure here where price closed below. So I want to see something similar. I want to see price create support, fail, and then close below, right? Because that's just basically how the setup would work, and that would give you the highest probabilities, and that's what's been happening. So that's basically the analysis here, both on gold and GJ. Gold similar analysis to yesterday. Now, if we go back to GJ and talk about the potential news here, right? So as you know, we do have rate decision. Now, I expect them to keep rates the same. And they're basically, I think they're going to come out and they're going to say something pretty neutral here, right? They're going to basically say that we need more data, but if the data supports a healthy economy from, you know, employment, CPI going down, because, you know, UK's inflation has been going down. It is coming down to the levels that they wanted, but it's still not there yet. So they're kind of going to say like, look, as soon as we come down to the levels and analyze how it's going to be, then we will have that interest rate cut hopes. Now, depends how dovish they are. So what I mean by dovish is how much do they encourage that? How much do they encourage that the hopes are still alive? I do think they will say that, but they will at the same time say that there's more data needed. So you'll see a little bit of mixed reaction. But obviously from the dovish speeches, from the speeches of them saying, listen, we need to see a little bit more about what data comes out, what we're going to see is we're probably going to see, if that happens, we're going to see actually a bearish pound movement, right? Because reducing interest rates is bearish for the pound here. So, you know, this is what we're going to see. This is what we're going to see is we're going to see probably, yeah, but these constantly changes, you know, these are good, but these constantly changes, right? This is the problem with this, is that depending on what they say in the meetings, right, is what happens. For next 2 months is hold, yeah, I do agree with that. But in terms of today's speeches, it's important for them to say, because remember, US was supposed to be already cutting, right? And now there's even talks about the US not even cutting, right, this year. So if we see that, we will see a little bit of pound weakness here, right? We'll see pound weakness come in. Now, if we see some heavy pound weakness because they're saying, listen, it looks pretty good, we want to do some cuts pretty soon, what are we going to see? We're going to see price potentially dump all the way back down. Oops, I don't know what I moved. We're going to see price potentially make its way down, form a resistance, and come back and retest as low as 192,500 into these zones here. We could have that. Now, if we get that, where price literally finds its way down to these zones eventually, maybe one big candle and then slowly melts its way, by next week or the week after, buys from down here are going to be extremely rewarding, and this will be a beautiful opportunity, because long term I'm still bullish on the pound versus the yen, right? So I'm still bullish on the pound versus the yen. Now, if we see basically them say that, no, we're keeping rates higher for longer, we're very certain about that, you're going to see this continue the pump. Now, based on technical analysis, if we break above the range, makes sense to continue. But based on my experience here, if I do see this pump, I do expect probably news to either give a small pullback, something like this, and then, you know, or a spike up first. You could get that spike up first, and then we could start to come towards the downside here if we do pump into news, as I think that is being priced in already, and then this would make sense of this whole move being priced in. So for me, I think they come out pretty neutral. It's going to be pretty mixed. They're going to say some dovish things, they're going to say some hawkish things, which is going to allow price not to have a massive move, but it's going to have an impact definitely in you know, price movement here, but not a huge, you know, not a huge type of move here. And news today, yeah, there is news today, so be careful with that. So that's what I expect. That's what I expect for the news to come out, and yeah, that's basically what I'm looking at. But as I said, it will give us huge opportunity if we're seeing some downside based on that, right? So that's analysis, news fundamental analysis done, GJ analysis done, gold analysis done. And yeah, if you enjoyed the analysis, be sure to do the YouTube business. How much of us? 300 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. If you can get the likes to 150, I would appreciate it. You know, it's part of the game. Hate to say it, but part of the game. So yeah, it's probably annoying, but yeah, if we get the likes up to 150, would appreciate it. And yeah, GU, yeah, some people trading GU here. Let's have a look at GU. GU, again, if we look at GU, no drawings, higher time frame here, you can see that we're playing this kind of lower high formation here, right? So what we can see is we're at this macro level down here, right, which is a very strong 4-hour support. So if we play with that pound hawkishness, we could see a bounce out of here that later fails and then starts to come down. But if we break through this 4-hour support, then that's what's going to give us the downside movement. And with dollar strength coming through, you can probably see pound correct and start, you know, GBP USD continue down, probably eventually down to 400s, lower, etc., right? And you can continue this move we've been having of these lower highs, pullback, lower highs, pullback, potential continuation. But the key zone here is going to be that support that we're sitting at right now, which is this massive 4-hour support, right? So I can remove drawings and show you, which is going to be this massive 4-hour support. We lose this, that's where the downside makes sense, right? I'm going to write key 4S, right? This is your key 4-hour support. Now, if we do hold this support here, then buys from down here above these 4-hour resistance can make sense, which later could play a range between here and here. Very possible, but if we lose this 4-hour support, that's it. That's where you start to build that downside continuation. You know, that's where you start to build that downside continuation. And that's it. So GBP USD pretty straightforward, to be honest. You know, previous daily closing bearish, even though previous 4 hours closing bearish, bullish, like doji, you have not really much range to trade back down to the 4-hour support, right? So you have to be very, very careful. These sells down here are very short-lived sells. These are not sells that you hold and hope, but you could try hold and of course get runners and see if news will give you the push down below the range here. That could be an option, right? To see if you could get you know, close below the range and continuation and get news to continue the push here. So that could be your option to try hold into news, because that's what it will be worth, is if the news push gives you that. But from here to here is quite a small range, to be honest. Now again, if we start creating supports, getting above these highs, you can start playing that bounce idea, right? A bounce from the 4-hour support. Harry, if you're going to take any trades, is it going to be after news or before? Since news is not till later, news is late. News is at 3 o'clock here. So yeah, 3 o'clock, I'm not too worried. I don't mind taking positions before. But depending on what positions, I do know that maybe the market might wait for the news. It's possible here. But I feel if we have a setup, then that will bring some sort of volume into the market. I think it'd be worth it, because with people anticipating news, the move that can happen before this news can be the pricing in of news, right? So that's tradable, right? It's tradable to trade the pricing in of news. So no, I'm not gonna wait for after news. Check gold, I think it's a good time to sell. Then if your plan is to sell gold, then that's your plan. But I told you my plan on selling gold is I need structure, the same way it was formed the last 3 times here, right? I'm just repeating the same thing. Right, you need structure for sells for me, just so I don't get caught in any fake outs here. We're not even at fully the top of the range. Like, I want to see, I would prefer it to come all the way to the top of the range here. Like this time, like the time before. If you notice, every single time we came to the top of the range. So that's what I would like to see. Isn't gold rejecting from 5-minute OB? You can reject, but remember, as a setup, depends on what style you're trading. If you're trading order blocks, smart money concepts, then that's your own style. But for me, the most consistent approach to this has been when we had structure. It's been 100% win rate. Yesterday we took the exact same trade. New York again, we took the exact same trade, and all of those had structure. So why should I break that rule and not wait for structure and try to get lucky on something that has happened so many times? Like, it's going to become less and less and less likely here. GJ next move will drop. Yeah, if it drops, then what I'm interested to buy from the bottom of the range. I'm not interested in sells just yet on GJ. if we see GJ drop, then I do think probably news gives a spike up at some point. It's just at an interesting spot. I mean, if you're going to be a seller on GJ today, you know, trying to call this as a top here, then this previous 1 hour resistance, how relevant is it these days? Not really that relevant, eh? Let's have a look. You probably want to get down below that. Yeah. Something like that. But for me, this would just give me an opportunity, I feel, to come down here and look for buys back up. Look at this, guys. You have to look at what macro trend is doing here. Higher time frame. Yeah, short-term time frame, maybe there's sells, scalp sells for sure. But if I'm looking at macro here and me trying to catch a move pre-news here, I want to be following momentum, right? You can see, look at the 1 hour time frame momentum here. Now, realistically, if we look at this, right, and you draw something just for you guys to visualize it here, right? If you guys want to visualize this, oops, you can see how we're kind of holding this. See that? This is to visualize. And now what I want you guys to visualize is I want you guys to visualize this. High, low, high, low, high, low. Momentum, eventually what it's doing is it's doing what? It's going up. Right? So until we break this, which is this 1 hour support here. So if we mark that 1 hour support, that's probably where sells make a little bit more sense, right? Because that would be what? Breaking structure. So if we were to remove drawings and mark the 1 hour support somewhere around here and see what that is. Boom, like that. Change this line to a normal line. Right, and we go see what that is on 15 minute, then that's there. So when we're breaking this on a 1 hour, that's where sells make sense. So probably sells are just going to make sense below the 15 straight. Once we get back inside of the range here. You know? Please suggest me, sir, is it worth buying magic keys? Yeah, if you want a trade management tool, then you have an option of that, right? Why do you expect news to spike up and not continuation? What do you mean by continuation? Because always news event release, you get a spike, you get another, probably that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a spike up or a spike down depending on what we do before, a retracement of that, some sort of accumulation, and then the real move starts. Then the real move starts. What's up from NZ? How are you doing? All good, brother. All good. Bro, I've been using CTrader platform. Crazy how much better it is than MetaTrader. MetaTrader is faster, but in terms of UI, then yeah, definitely. Interface on CTrader has a lot more options, a lot more cleaner for sure. What broker am I on? IC. IC, UC, we all see. You start early today? Did I start early? No, I didn't. I won't start earlier. Euro PLN. DJ plan will be the same. Let's see his gold plan. No trade zone. Looking just for one bearish close on the 30-minute. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Did you get your bearish close on the 30-minute? You did. So you're in this gold cells, huh? Oh, finally got your ICA markets open? Nice. I'm waiting for structure. Alright, also sensible. I prefer that, as that's just what's happened every single time. Or I was late? Yeah, you're late, brother. Euro PLN. Harry, I noticed that on IC, even though my SLSB, it slips by 5-10 pips. No, bro, that's some scam for sure. 5-10 pips is nuts. How can you be slipped by 5-10 pips, bro, when take profit is like 15 pips? Like, there's something wrong there. Make sure, I don't know what broker you're using. Make sure it's a proper one. IC has 1 to 500 leverage? Yeah, they do. I don't care about leverage because I could trade with, I don't know, my leverage could be like 1 to 80, no problem. Because I'm risking, you know, 1-2% of my account, so I don't need max leverage. I'm not over leveraging my account. You know what I mean? Leverage is only important when you're over leveraging, which is not what you should be doing. I should hope you're not doing that. I blow my 13th account. I officially quit. I quit Forex hunting my stop loss. No one's hunting your stop loss. And if you use proper risk management, you should be down. You should be down around 13%. You shouldn't be blown 13 accounts, right? Because let's say you took 13 stop losses, which you should never take 13 stop losses in a row. You're obviously doing something wrong. After 3 stop losses, check what's going on, right? So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is then if you use 1% risk, you'd be down, 13%. What you suggest on IC markets leverage setting doesn't matter because you're risking 1, 2, 3, whatever percent. So put it whatever you want. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. Indeed. Indeed. Do sales make sense if price breaks the 15-minute support? This one right here? They do, but it's more counter trend. I personally am not going to short GJ today because I'm seeing more of an uptrend strength here for me. So that makes more sense for continuation. Only time I would short GJ, I don't know. Maybe if this just grabs big liquidity grab, no close above, rejects and closes below, I could see that working. full bearish bias setup 2 on gold would have been a no question, right? In minute 30. It's the same as yesterday. So remember that early trade we took last time and it just pissed off, boom, towards the upside. It would kind of be taking this, right? You would have been taking this trade yesterday, or this one here. It would have been the exact same as this, and this would have looked good because you would have been, oh, set up 4 as well, boom, grab, oh, let me try again, boom, upside. But when we broke structure, it was good. I would say that would be your aggressive entry, you know, because we didn't even tap the top of the range. You know, this is literally mid-range, no structure. It's like taking this exact setup here. This is the same setup. This was New York session. We said this is how it looks right now, right? This is the same as what it looks right now, mid-range. You said, okay, fine, I'm going to sell when it breaks the low. Broke the low with setup 3. You're like, great. Now you're holding drawdown. You're like, oh, I'm back in profits. Oh, wait, boom, stopped out. Stop loss hit. And then when it closes below structure on the next candle, boom, it's very straightforward. Boom, you see? So it's the same scenario here, right? Same scenario here where we closed like that and look, now it could flip, right? So you wouldn't feel too good right now. But at least when you have structure, you can trust that, hey, price has told me it's done going up. It's tried, it failed. This could just be creating higher lows, you don't know yet. But if you want to give it the aggressive shot, then you should be in and maybe even managed at that point. Personally, if I took it that aggressive, you know, up 12 pips here, coming into this rejection zone from yesterday, I'll probably be out of that because we have also, every single time we've had a 1 hour resistance. There's no 1 hour resistance yet. I'm on buys on gold, creating higher highs, higher lows. I think if you bought from the bottom of the range, it's very sensible. Very, very sensible. Now, if this happened from up here, Antonio, like right at the top of the range, then that makes complete sense because it has nowhere else to go. And you know you are completely wrong if it breaks the range. If this resistance candle closed somewhere here after tapping the top of the range, and you're keeping stops back above the range here, then you're totally fine. When reaching top or bottom of target like gold, is it better to wait for 15-minute structure, 5-minute opposite before entering? Yes, that would be best. Exactly. Bro, how much backtesting we should do even when we are trading in live market? I think you need to have backtesting. I think at least you need to, if you're still not consistent in the market, then you need to be backtesting at least once a week. At least once a week for an hour and a half or something. But good backtesting, like noting down your trades, why you took it, everything. You know? Like if you're not backtesting, then you know it's not backtesting, it's practicing. Like you need repetition. Repetition is key, and to build confidence in your strategy. I don't see people, a lot of people come here every day to the market and trade live. You have to understand trading live takes time because it's slow. You're watching every single tick here, 15, 14, every single second we're watching here, you know, 13, 12, look at the seconds go down. You have to wait very long. So you don't always see, you know, the setups, but when you're backtesting, you can take a trade every, you know, in like 2 hours of backtesting, you could be, you know, taking 10 to 15 trades, no problem. Well, not 10, but I would say yeah, around 10, not 15, around 10. If you're doing it properly, you could take 10 trades already. Is that 5-minute gold structure not enough now? It didn't reach the top of the range. So you're gambling at it not reaching the top of the range. Right? We're not at the top of the range. So you asked me at the top of the range and now you're changing your plan to the middle of the range. So you need more structure. Look at yesterday's scenario compared to today's scenario. Right? We had this old structure form and broke everything. We broke 1, 2, 3 structure points before the sells played out. Yesterday, look. 1, 2, 2 structure points, liquidity grab, then close below, sells played out. Here, this scenario here, break this structure, close below, then set up 3, then go down. And all of these options were from top of range, good structure formed. If it's not at top of range, we wait for good structure form. And remember, this was a lot cleaner. You had all the way down here. This is now a little bit choppier. But if it reached the top, it would be valid. Yeah, but now you're telling me it's not enough now. So you keep chopping and churning your plan. If GJ doesn't go down before if GJ doesn't go down to 200 before next bull move, I'll take my walk of shame. I think you have to trade what's in front of you, right? Don't try predict. Say, look, if this happens, there's a high likelihood we go to 200. If that happens, there's a high likelihood we continue. So for me, if we start to get below the ranges, then obviously it's going to make more sense for you to get to 200 for sure. If we keep holding bullish structure, then it starts to make less and less sense. Right? That's the way I think when I'm trading. Give me a sec, guys. Just go to it, come back. How do you draw your support and resistance line? Check it on my YouTube channel. There's plenty of videos explaining that. Even my free course here will explain you how to do that. I checked the free course. It's like literally one of the first sections of the free course. I'd argue to wait for NY highs to be swept before taking sells. I think if we close above there, there'll be continuation. Can you solve a Rubik's Cube? I don't think I've fully solved one by myself, no. I was not patient enough. When I was younger, I didn't have the patience for that. I really didn't have the patience. Harry, your trading insight and skills are the real deal. I've added some of your amazing knowledge to improve my playbook. Amazing. Thanks for your time. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Aside for your strategy that already works for you, have you tried learning other strategies like ICT? Yes, I started with all of that, right? I started with smart money concepts, not trend, what is this? Patterns, trend lines, but pattern trend lines, you know, all of that stuff. EMAs, indicators, consolidation breakouts, impulsive trading. Mainly big portion was on smart money concepts, but yeah, I've tried that, you know. Tried it all. Appreciate you guys showing up today to the stream. Be sure to leave a like. You guys know the drill. Giveaway at 800 viewers. Yesterday we were close, 700. So 800 viewers, I think we can get it. And then giveaway. Hey, Harry, I want to join the exclusives. I'm desperate to make more money for my family. Desperate is a bad position to be in. You should never be desperate. You should be eager, but not desperate. Right? Because desperate, you're going to set too much pressure on yourself because you're desperate. And you're probably going to lose. I can guarantee that. Guarantee that. Bro, to request, why don't you change the position of your camera? Where would you want me to change the position of my camera to? Tell me about your paid group, what you offer. Harry, in your exclusive group, what thing? Okay, I'm going to say it last time here so people who watch the stream all the time don't get bored. But this is what you get in the exclusive group. 1 second. Let me pull it up. Actually, let someone in the exclusive group at the same time write the best things you get in bullet points while I'm pulling this up. So basically in the exclusive group, what you get is you get everyday Zoom calls. You get a lot of knowledge, apparently, to William. You get tutor. Yeah, so you get everyday Zoom calls, weekly webinars. You have access to all of my webinar recordings here. You also have access to my NY chat, right? So yesterday when we take trades in NY, you get access to all of that, right? All of the positions are discussed in NY's chat, all of that stuff. We have, you know, feedback. You can give your feedback. You get as well all of my NY plans every single day. Send NY plans. You know, you get, of course, a community, which is important. The big thing is you also get access to my content here, right? This is the big thing here. This is my exclusive content. So it's basically, it's like a course, you could say, but it's taken all my fundamentals and put them in good, like, you know, just on risk management, 20-minute video, right? 26-minute video. So a lot more in depth. You know, this section 1, this stuff here, you know, we do talk about on YouTube as well, but it's done in more in order. But the real stuff is, this is all stuff taken from our webinars, right? This is taken from our webinars, advanced stuff like average session push, moving mental break even, blah, 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 exclusive content, you know, candle, no wicks, all of this stuff, Bank of Japan, battle with their economy, gold, 1-minute breakout strategy, just more in-depth stuff, right? We have also, this is a big one, psychology trading webinar. We did a very in-depth psychology webinar here. That loaded the wrong one. This one here. This was a whole presentation about psychology, 48-minute presentation. So yeah, something, that's it, right? That's what you get. It's full of value. And then of course you get to ask me questions if you want, you know, send your plans, all of that stuff. Here, someone, friends, WAP content, NY session Wednesday, plans every morning, Discord, big availability, voice chat sessions, discussion without spam, Zoom every day. And there we go. All right. That's it. That's the only one I'm going to talk about this session. All right. Because people who show up to the stream every day are going to be like, oh my God, here we go again. Here we go again. Does it include your OnlyFans? No, it includes my Only Pips. Do they get a backtesting software? They get a big discount on the backtesting software. Can't give that for free because that costs us a lot of money. Group sounds awesome. Yeah. If you, that's the only time, if you want to watch this video as well on the website, that also shows you inside of the group. So if you want to see inside of the group, you can watch the video here and also to join. But there's actually not many spots left, right? There's 2 spots, then I'm closing it. But you can get in. You have enough spots for today. I'll probably close it by end of week. So you have till end of week, and then that's it. Then next people I'll accept probably later. Or we'll see what we do. How many members are there right now in Zoom? There are 40 people in Zoom right now. 40 people in Zoom. Not a crowded group. It's not like some random group. I know who comes in and I know who goes out. The only reason that I do spots is so that I can keep track of who comes in and who goes out. Right? Because I want to know who comes in, make sure that they're learning, make sure that I know what level that they're at. And that's it. Tradesharpe, no trades on gold? No, I haven't entered gold just yet. I was waiting personally for structure here. We got this rejection wick here. I'm just looking what I can do. We do have this little bit of a rejection zone here. I'm looking what I can do. Maybe 1 hour bearish close for me will be better. We didn't reach the top of the range, alright? Very important information here. I don't trust it. Let's see what you got going on here. Yeah, pretty deep close. What's this? GU? Yeah, it's very close to here, right? You'd have to watch this zone here. Maybe wait for structure to be safer, because we know we're at 4 hour support. So this is like either, you know, you go very, very... You have to be just careful of that support right there. That's very, very important. About the group, one thing that I look for is having an open voice chat with people in trading hours in your group. Is that the case? Yes, it is. Voice chat is open. Members can join if they want to, and I would encourage members to join. So if you come and join, members will join you as well. We do also have Zoom calls, so you're going to be trading with us anyways, right? But yeah, here's the trading voice chat. It is a part, and yeah, anytime you can hop in that, tell people I'm in voice chat, join me. People will join you and you all can discuss together. I'm sending my plans, I'm sending my chat in New York session, and that's really how I want the group to be. I want it to be a community of traders. It's not just like some random group here, you know. Do you give any signals in Discord? I don't write buy now, exclamation mark, fire emoji, stop loss here. I send the trade that I would take. I send the plan. And if you want to take it, you can take it. It's up to you. Why are spreads too high? Are they high? Let me have a look for you, brother. Yeah, they're not that. Yeah, bro. Actually, that's weird. You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. Actually, no, it just came down. I think because I just opened the app. No, it's good, man. It's good for me now. It just spiked when I opened the app. Yeah, it's about 0.5 pips for GJ, 1 pip. It's spiking. It's going from 0.5 to 1 pip. And then gold is steady at 0.5 pips. Steady. Yeah, gold is pretty steady, 0.5 pips. What's the difference between stream win rate and group win rate? Only difference is that we have NY trades in in the group. Actually, we haven't lost an NY trade. Yeah, we haven't lost an NY trade since beginning of last month, I think. Creating structure on gold, right? That's what we were talking about here. I think if I sold early, I'd probably be out myself. Do you guys do Zoom in NY? Because I cannot join Zoom in London session, my job time. Well, if you can join stream, you can join Zoom because they're on Zoom right now. But yeah, we do NY session once a week, right? We have NY session once a week. Otherwise, we have the NY live chat every day of the week. How long do you use IC markets? I've been using them for years, man, for years. How long? Yeah, since the beginning of my journey. It's the first broker I deposited to, so 4 years, man. What days NY stream? Wednesdays, yesterday. I don't like these two rejection wicks here. They're not very exciting, these two rejection wicks. How much account blown when you started trading? I didn't blow any account because I started with a good amount of capital. Would you block me if I tell you the last time to put your camera up? If I put my camera up, then you're just going to see my roof. It's not going to really make sense. Maybe they're in love? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't want to see me. They want to see my roof. I don't get it. I mean, we have bigger things to worry about than my camera angle, you know? It's like, come on. Camera shows my face. I've been using it for a while. If you're talking about a full body view, like from down to up, yeah, I just like it here because I don't like to keep the camera plugged in. Why is the sound quality bad on Bluetooth headphones when I use them on PC but good on phone? That's something to do with your PC and Bluetooth connection, right? Is there any reason you don't stream NY anymore? I do. I stream on Wednesdays. But it's not healthy to be at the charts for 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day. Well, 6 hours a day. I never used to do NY streams. It's simply because Bluetooth headphone has hands-free option that will work like a phone. Just disable it. Yeah, there's your advice. What's your basic strategy? My basic strategy is price action. What should I look out for when trading gold in London? Yeah, see, gold in London is a tricky beast here. It's a tricky beast. It's something that you have to be very aware of. I would say backtest gold in London will be your best friend to understand its movement, but it's not to rush into anything. You know, NY can be quite fast, but London loves to create structure. London loves to go to different zones, grab liquidity, etc., etc. How much account you blown? I told you I didn't blow an account. I started with big amount capital. I was disciplined enough. That's the thing. I was more risk adverse than not. Man, GJ's cooking something here. If we do get a move, I think it'll be pretty big. Unless it's just completely dead. Unless GJ's dead, and that's it. I mean, looking at yesterday, it was pretty dead. Like, it finally got the breakout here. I moved my line, but finally closed above the range. We were looking above 250. Finally closed above 250 at around 615 here. But took its time to get to the 15-minute resistance, right? But still gave you to the 15-minute resistance. Obviously, a reaction from 15-minute resistance, and then only gave you a 1-to-1. I mean, if you held it from yesterday, you could still be in. When you backtest, you stay on 50-minute, look for entries, you bounce about. I backtest the exact same way that I trade live markets, right? That's why it's important, like if you're using a software like PipLabs and stuff, like on Tradingview, if you go and change time frame, it will skip the candle. That's why you have to use a backtesting software. You can go try it on the free version of PipLabs, right? Go and treat it like it's a real day in the market, right? Press try for free, press start simulation, and try it like it's a real day in the market, like what I just did this morning. All right, let's see how previous daily closed. Previous daily closed bullish here. Previous 4 hour is closing, you know, do your markup and then look for an entry, do your plan, do everything the exact same way. You know, skip to London session here. You know, we know London session, this is the time we're trading. Skip to that time, you know, do everything perfectly. Treat it like you're actually trading. Harry's amazing trader won't be long before he has 1 million subs. Next goal is we get more people on the live, right? More people benefiting before we think about 1 million subs, my friend. Slowly but surely, you know, we have 526 people here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Next goal, we get to 800 viewers. From 800 viewers, we get to 1,000 viewers, and then we can grow all together. Everyone benefits, everyone gets better. It's a win-win situation. And maybe, I'm just joking. I was gonna say, if I get 1,000 viewers on stream, then probably YouTube pays me $8 per stream. For anyone who's telling me, bro, you stream for monetary purposes. I showed you that stream that I had 900 viewers. It paid me $7 for 900 viewers. Gold is so teasing. That's my point. If you took those sells, you know, it's very tough here. You want the structure to be made and everything, you know. I mean, this 5 looks very teasing for sure. But with all these wicks, I don't know. I want the 1 hour close. I think I'll wait for a 1 hour close. Because every time this is played out, we've had 1 hour bearish candle close. 30-minute left rejection. Yeah, 1 hour close looks good. We'll see. Do you think there's higher chances of GBP spike down? I think we'll see a little bit of both, but yeah, I do think we could have a spike down here. It does make sense. Gold can flip. The 4 hour still pushing up. I don't trust it. Yeah, that's why we want structure, 1 hour close. You know, I'm not rushing into gold sells because we haven't reached top of the range. There's no any structure. I mean, finally we created something here, but 15 still hasn't closed below 15, giving multiple rejections here. You can see what happens when we have rejections. It ends up, boom, big liquidity grab, then goes. So I just don't want to be caught in, you know, be backhanded by gold in London. We smashed gold yesterday, destroyed this range, 2 trades in this range. Can't be greedy and give that back. That's the biggest mistake people make, is that when yesterday you get 2 trades in this range, be able to maximize this range, and then people get greedy and then give it back. Try to take the trade again and then give it back. That's the last thing we want to do, is give that back. Can you please timestamp your entry so it's easier to refer back to a later one? Let me show you something, bro. Look at the top of my screen. You can see a clock, right? You can see the time of the clock. Every time I take an entry on stream, we put it in the journal with the time that the entry was taken. So all you have to do is go to the journal, right? Click on the journal, click on the entry, click on the stream, and then change the time to what time you see, right? And you can reference it to the clock, and you'll be able to see the entry. To get the journal, you can do !journal. You can also do in the free Discord group, the journal is there as well. Bro, when is Labor Day? Not sure, man, not sure. When is Labor Day? Does anyone know when Labor Day is? First of May? It's finished then. Just Google search. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good comment. It's finished then, it's finished. Exclamation point like. No, unfortunately, if you write exclamation point like, it doesn't help people like my stream. People actually have to like my stream. $4 hour, not the best bottom wick as well, which I do like. It supports our sells, so that's good. Think you're the biggest London streamer? I think I used to, but I don't think anymore. I think there's a few that's popped up now. Not sure, I'd need to check. Gotta set up the command of Nightbot. Have to take care of it prompting YouTube business. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. It's really interesting price action here. I think I'll have to be disciplined and wait for this 1 hour close. 1 hour candle closing bearish looks good for sells. That's where sells make more sense to me here. Only thing is that this 15-minute candle can close here in 4 minutes and give the option. Is the 30 not enough? We don't have structure, man. I keep repeating myself like a broken record. If you want to take the early option, you take it. But if it loses, it loses. It just becomes risky because we have no structure. Every time we've taken this trade has been with structure. Structure and 1 hour bearish close. Look at this. Bearish close 1 hour, plays out. Bearish close 1 hour, plays out. Bearish close 1 hour, plays out. Every time. 1 hour bearish close, plays out. 1 hour bearish close, plays out. 1 hour bearish close, plays out. So why you change something that is working? Just because this time, the only time that doesn't happen, we've already smashed this range. 2 trades taken in this range, and there's been 2 big moves. Both of those big moves, we've caught something in it. Like, you literally can't complain, you know, if this one goes without giving you the confirmation that made you so much money before. So basically, if you're taking it on 30, then you would still be in based on break of this low. Stop loss would be back above the range, or above the high, and you just be riding it out and hoping that it doesn't create structure. And if it does create structure, it's just going to give you extra confirmation. So it's a personal choice thing. It's a personal choice. Any tips for a prop firm 50k funded account? Focus on learning the skill, right? Focus on learning the skill. You have to learn the skill to pass it, right? And don't rush. You don't have time limits these days, right? Do any prop firms still have time limits? I'm not sure. I don't think many prop firms have time limits anymore. Hi, would you be willing to offer a signal service to help me pass a prop firm and learn from the trades? And then what happens when you pass? You learn from the trades now. That's exactly what goes on now. I mean, structure already? Yeah, based on this 15 close, then you would get the confirmation once the 15-minute closes though. Just need to make sure it's worth it. Around, I would say around 39 pip stop here. Above here a little bit more riskier, but you could put it somewhere here like 33 pip stop. Targets around 21 pips, and if we get the continuation, you get a little bit more. Based off the 30-minute, 30-minute you have a bit more range, around 37 pip range here. Alright, what do you think about sells below the 1 hour support? I think it'd be more counter trend. If you're talking about this 1 hour support, yeah, that makes more sense. This one early here is too early for that. That 5-minute close seems to have worked out. See how much stops were. Around 22 pips. Give you around 12 pips so far. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what ends up happening. Alright, did you learn trading from Roger Banks' Uncle Ted? No. But Roger Banks does trade price action, so things will be similar for sure. But no, he did not teach me directly, or did I take his course or anything, no. Have you ever traded a news candle? I've been in a trade when a news candle comes, yes. But I'm normally sitting in profits, and that's how I prefer to trade news, when I'm in profits. Is this close below valid for gold? It's a little bit... personally, for me right here, since we're sitting at the middle of the range, I really would just like this candle to close bullish, next one close below, and have the 1 hour closing bearish. At least the 1 hour closing bearish. This is going to give me a lot more confidence in this. It is valid, but the problem is you're playing, you have to put stops probably above here, 34 pip stops. And it's a quick break even, but if it does end up melting, then it's good. You guys have to remember as well that as we get later into this range, it becomes more and more inconsistent, right? And we've retraced this 5-minute impulsive move now. So now we're kind of sitting at that 5-minute support that started the impulsive move. Is it okay to trade bank holidays? I don't like trading bank holidays on a pair I'm trading. So if it's a US bank holiday, I don't like trading the New York session, any pair in the New York session or USD pair. If it's a GBP bank holiday, I don't like trading any GBP pair, and I don't like trading the London session even on gold, because GBP is a main driver as well of that. And if they're both on bank holiday, then it's just a no trade day. Are fibs helpful? Yeah, fibs can be useful, but they can't take away from what's actually happening on the charts. For me, when I used to use Fibonacci, it used to always line up with things that are already structurally present on the chart. So it never used to be something that I need to be like, oh wow, I need to use that, you know? I disabled hands-free for my headset. Now I don't have sound at all. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not tech support. Not gonna be the best person to ask about your headsets. Maybe Google some stuff. See what's going on. Try to be proactive and see if you can fix it. Now you need to enable it as speaker. There you go. He's saying you need to enable it as speaker. Come on, boys, the basics. Do you have this strategy explained in your channel? You can check out my free course. Check out my free course, should help. Try putting in rice? No. Tradesharpe tech support. TST. Tradesharpe tech. Pip support. Do you only scalp? Yeah, my trades are mainly scalps. GJ making its way to the top of the range. 8 minutes for this 1 hour close. Can we close above on the 1 hour? Would be very, very interesting. Let me just go adjust my AC. I'll be back, guys. It's a bit cold in here. Sells make more sense on gold because it's at 4-hour resistance. Yeah, I think, you know, sells are also an option here. This is the rejection we just wanted to be careful with. Are you not looking at GJ? GJ is ranging. If it can get above, I have a plan already set out here on the screen. If we can get above, I was 2% loss on my challenge. After I watched your strategy, I'm 4% profits. Thanks, man. Amazing. Well done, bro. Now look to consistently grow that. Make sure that you're following the plan, applying everything properly, right? How do you see it, GJ? I'm in drawdown. I took a sell. I think everything is pointing a bit up. I think it's too early to take sells. If we close above here, I expect GJ to go up. If not, I expect it to play in this range. Does gold not already have structure on 15-minute? Has a small one, but this is with rejection wick. It's not kind of structure like how we had here, you know? Candle and then close below. Not like this structure where we have full structure and then close below. Not like these type of structures. Slightly different. 4 minutes till the 1 hour close. Oops, wrong time frame. 1 hour close. I'm probably going to wait for the 1 hour. So what to do now? You follow your plan, man. Whatever your plan is, and then if your plan fails, you've already managed risk, because that should be part of a successful plan. And then you go back and see how you can improve, what you can change and everything, you know, to do that. Bro, I watch your YouTube and it's turned me into a profitable trader. Thanks. Well done, man. I'm happy to hear that. Glad I could help. Orange dotted line is daily flip. Why don't you trade Asian? Because it's not the best session, and also I'm sleeping. It's at 3 a.m. Hey bro, I'm a complete novice trader. Algo trading worked for me. This stream is gold. It is very helpful. I'm glad. Dubai is best to trade to wake up London session, and nighttime is New York. It's afternoon is New York. But then your day is full of trading. I don't actually think it's the best, because You know, you're encouraged to be at the charts for a long time. Why is it necessary? It's just a reference point. I just like to know where the daily flips bearish. 4 hour working on a bigger bottom wick now. Tap 4 hour resistance. 30 minute about to close as well, bearish here. 15 minute trying to form a setup 3 as well. GJ is still ranging here, pretty boring on GJ. Gold here, 1 hour about to finally close bearish here. See if the next 1 hour can give us strong top wick. Yeah, working on a top wick here. Love it to break this high first. If you can break this high first and flip, this would be perfect. But what I think I'm gonna do is once we break this low, this being the 1 hour low, I'm gonna attempt to sell to get down to here and see what's up. Probably put stop above that 15-minute candle. Below this low here. Now that we're working on a top wick. I have stops above that candle, max stop loss. I'm gonna manage based on that one. Break even somewhere around these rejection wicks down here. Full TP bottom of the range. Using profit of yesterday, yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna make my week negative, that's for sure. Because now we have a few things going for us, right? We have the 1 hour bearish candle close. We have the 15-minute closing bearish with setup number 3. Wait for close or impulsive entry? No, just breaking the low. The bigger the top wick this 1 hour makes, the better. Make sure also you're sensible with risk on this. Remember, this is the third time we're taking this trade. The first 2 times, it's given us profits. If the third time it doesn't, then that's 2 out of 3. It's pretty good, right? So we have to just make sure not to give those profit backs. Very important, guys, right? We got given profits yesterday. We got given profits in New York. Don't give that back. So manage risk that way. All right, it's trying to come down to the lows now. Right, make sure you're measuring risk to make sure you're not over risking and all of this stuff, right? Very, very important. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt with gold here. Didn't break the low on my broker just yet. There we go. That is broken for me on my broker. I took that. Let's see if we can continue pushing down here. Can manage with anything coming above this high here as well. Break even around these wicks down here. Somewhere around here. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice little push here already. Yeah, you can be around break even around here. This makes sense. Or you can manage with anything. That's nice. Yeah, you can be break even here. That's perfect. Can even close partials. You're running around something about 14 pips in profit here. Can even close some partials here. Yeah, I think I'm going to close some partials based on my lot size being slightly higher. So I'm going to take some partials here. I closed some partials there just for me, right? Took some partials and I'm going to leave the rest to run here. Going to leave the rest to run and let's go. That's just based on my lot size, right? That's just based on my lot size being slightly bigger. Wanted to take some partials. Right, so close some at there. 14 pips. Gonna leave the rest to run. But that's just based on my lot size being a bit bigger. I can take these partials. Otherwise, probably hold it. Amending stops to set up 3 high makes sense? Yeah, that does make sense, I feel. Hopefully you can get the close here. Since I close partials, I'm gonna be mental because I can't lose, right? That's what I'm gonna do here. Gonna be mental and leave it to play. Hopefully we can get like 20 pips here. I'll be happy to close the rest of my position there. Yeah, hopefully we can push a little bit more here. Would be perfect to push a little bit more. Break 5-minute lows, start to continue here. Would love to see that. Would love to see that. Come on, Goldilocks. How much did you risk percentage-wise? 1.5%. I closed 0.5% and then I left the rest running. So, because I know gold can reject this zone here, this is why I wanted to take something just like this, right? Just like this. This is what I wanted to be cautious about. The potential rejections, right? So now I'm watching it for the remainder of my position. Basically, you have to watch this 1-minute structure here. That 1-minute structure is the last line of defense here. And that's basically it there. Breaks that, rest of my position out, break even here. Yeah, rest of my position out, break even, so only close partials there. Not the biggest gain, but something, right? Not the biggest gain, but I'll take it, right? Close the rest of my position there. And this is accurate close, man. Very, very accurate close. Pretty happy with that close, to be honest. Otherwise, I would have made nothing. Would have made nothing on the trade. So sometimes it's good to take those closes, right? And that's basically how that works. So yeah, not too upset with that. Pretty happy overall. Close 90 at first. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, nice. Yeah, same close you got as me. Good, good, good. Well done, well done. Yeah, pretty accurate close. Rest at break even is all good. Well done, well done. Based on your risk, yeah, with 0.5% risk, it's very less risk here. 1.5% risk, okay. Is it just better to close? No, but I know how London works. Imagine if we got same trade in NY, yeah. London just sometimes lacks volume here, you know. So I'm gonna put this in the journal here. Congrats to everyone who took partials. Not the biggest, but still a positive, right, guys? So sometimes we're not gonna get the biggest trades. Sometimes, like, look, yesterday in NY, we called a trade 60 pip banger yesterday in NY, right? 60 pip bang in NY. Today, London, we're working with 14 pips. So it will change and churn. It's not up to us, it's up to the market. And that's just how it is. I mean, still, this could still be valid to play out. It could end up playing out itself, you know. How much percentage did you close? I closed enough. I adjusted my lot size to close 0.5% because I was 1.5% risk in this trade. So I closed 0.5%, right, of my risk. So that allows me to make 0.5% gain, and then the rest was just to go full TP here because I was aiming for maybe to get at least 50 pips here for the rest of my position. And then based on how I'm feeling monetary wise, I can close or continue here. Harry, my first trade ever with you, and I'm happy I closed in profits. Half BE, but GJ well played. Yeah, me too, half BE. I made only 0.5% on this trade. So I'm the same with you, but it's just how it is going to be sometimes. You know, it's just how it is going to be. Not every time can we catch these huge bangers because there might not be volume, etc. This was a setup 2 on the 1 hour. I would say this is basically a 1 hour trade, but we had but did you see my point of waiting for the 1 hour? It makes a lot more sense, right? Makes a lot more sense, but still a win, right? Still a win nevertheless, and we move on to the next trade and hope next trade can give us bigger profits here. As I said, still valid. Make something. Now I'm interested to see if this ends up playing out or not, what ends up happening. So, you know, but I'm out of that trade. I got knocked out the rest of my position at break even. So not the biggest gain, but it is what it is. Bank of Japan, Bank of England won't change rates today. I'll be very surprised if they change rates. They won't change rates. Now you have this 15-minute close where the trade won't make sense is if it starts breaking above this high here at 23.15. It has to respect that high in order to continue down now, right? Has to respect that high to continue down now. Do you consider volume? Volume is based on what I expect. The only problem, see, this is the difference between, look at the difference. Yesterday you get a lot smoother mood, NY you get smoother move. But in London here, we start rejecting off these lows because we're getting late into this move. Sorry, we're getting late into this move here. I mean, it can still play out perfect here, but just based on how I want to not give profits back for the week is how I managed it. You know, I know very well that price can do this in London. Just mental B, if this 15 break high will be out, all right. That's another way to manage it, yes. Yeah, if you didn't take partials, then maybe if you went like low risk on this, let's say you went low risk and didn't take partials, then you could manage with something breaking above these highs, which should be the 15-minute highs as well. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. TPSL for you. All right, all right. I like you following that plan. All right, that was your plan, is that you don't want to include break evens in your plan. So then that's it. Of course, you're gonna have, like we discussed, more losses if this ends up being a loss, right? If this ends up being a loss, it's gonna be happen. But when you hit TP, it's going to be a lot more. But where's your max TP, Karim? Please tell us the reason you took this trade. Yeah, very simple. We finally created structure, but this had wicks, so I didn't like taking it before we closed below. 15 closed below, but I wanted the 1 hour close because, like I said, every time the 1 hour has closed bearish, we've had the downside move. Bearish, downside move. So I want to continue what I've seen in the past. On top of that, on the 15 minute, we had these lows that were here. We started breaking below those lows, and there we go. It makes sense to continue down, in my opinion. That's why I took that trade. You know what I should have done? I should have taken the partials and then put my stop loss the equivalent of how much I took partials at. Then it will be just a break-even trade as a whole. And then I leave it to run. But anyways, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Still up, you know? Do you think GJ will keep ranging and NY above 500? I think if it's not breaking out now, it's probably going to keep ranging till news. Probably going to keep ranging until 3 p.m. news here. 3 p.m. news. I don't like the way price action. It should have gone up bullish here. Should have gone up bullish. I have blown one account, can you guide me? Use proper risk management. That's my point. It's all about risk management. You guys won't blow accounts. You will make, even if you're making small gains, it will slowly be consistent gains, right? Bro, I have a problem micromanaging a position. What do you think? Yeah, I think that mainly depends on what's your plan. So for me, if I didn't take partials here, I would probably now amend stops to somewhere above here like this. 12 to maybe 15 pip stops. Now you lose 50% less. Because if it's not worth for me to close partials here, then I won't. Right? I'll just leave it. I will, and then I'll be mental break even. And for me, my mental break even will have to be above 1 minute structure, which is here. So that's the only way I can be. And then I would just have to hold this like this, you know? That's the way I would do it. And that's if I didn't take partials, because I still trust the trade, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken it to begin with. Which is why I was saying my improvement today should have been, and I did the same mistake yesterday, is I should have just left it, right? And even though I closed partials, I could have afforded with those partials like a 10 pip loss here and still be break even. That's a good way for management, taking partial, then move stop loss to about, yeah, no, move stop loss to where it would monetary make sense. So here I closed here for 250, and then if I have the rest of my 2.5 lot running, right, I can account for 10 pips, because that would be me losing 250, right? And then leave it to continue down bearish. That's the way I could manage it. Otherwise, no need to be. And that's why I said, you know, mental break even is also fine here. Not full B. because you could allow it to, you know, gold loves to bounce off the break even. Why not close full instead of BE? Because I wanted to hold this trade. But I know London can come back. So I told myself, I should have actually left the runner going here, but then I was just like, I don't want to make it a break-even day. Where would your sensible target would be? Max target, yeah, around this 1 hour support down here would be your sensible target. Also 30-minute support here. Literally this 30-minute range, to be honest, around here, right at the 30-minute range. Because if we look where the clean candles end here, right? These are all clean, ends here. So that's where your sensible TP should be. Unfortunately, when you went, I went to full B. Yeah, I did call for mental. I just personally went out myself because I didn't want to. But I think I should have just held stops above there and leave it. Because I would have been break even if I even lost. So even if I took the 10 pips after closing partials, it's still break even. And then I leave the rest to run. And then move break even once we close back below the range. Because I did trust this trade to play out. Nice 5-minute close here for continuation. That's a good 5-minute close for continuation. If we can start breaking the lows and get below this 5-minute support, should be good to continue down. Alright, so I put a note for myself. Should have left the original runner and calculate for BE, which means that if I calculate that at what I close for it, I don't lose anything here. Right? I'm still in. Yeah, this should drive here. Anyways, who took that in YouTube chat? Where's YouTube chat hype? No one is saying anything. You guys now, full signal bots. Take the signal and I lose 250 viewers. Don't even write W's in the chat anymore. Right? Doesn't even write W's in the chat anymore. Anyways. Leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed the analysis, enjoyed everything. There we go, there we go. If you enjoyed the analysis, don't care about the trade. Trade doesn't matter. The analysis for the trade matters. How we analyze, we waited patiently for the close. I should have made more on this trade, but hey, I'm just being transparent with what I did. I still make mistakes. I need to trust myself a little bit more, but I haven't traded gold for so long, guys, in London. You know me for 1 year. For 1 year straight, I've been a GJ mainly guy. So this is also new to me. Look, I've only been gold here. Only been gold. So this is also something that is outside of my comfort zone that I've had to have adjusted to, right? There you go. Here, Kareem, look to trail on 1 minute here, Kareem, as you're approaching the TP. Just close the trade. Well done, well done. There we go. Now trail 1 minute, trail 1 minute. This 1 minute flips, just call it a day. Call it a day. If it doesn't flip, continue. Damn, I should have held, but I'm okay. 0.5% up, not going to complain. I did the same, bro. I did the same. Well done, well done. Nice 32 pip banger, huh? Yep. 30 pip banger in London. There you go. I closed at the fill of this LTA. Let's have a look, bro. Alright, nice. I like that. Agree with it. Same as my TP. Well done, well done. Now Claudio's jumped to gold, huh? I don't trade gold. I'm gonna copy Harry now. Look at this guy. I told you, look, before I type it, it's the same thing. Gold has been good lately. Actually, I'm pretty surprised at how locked in I've been on gold recently. Like, I'm not a London gold trader like that much. Like, my speciality is GJ, but I'm getting an understanding of what gold likes to do during London. And now that we have volume, it's been pretty straightforward, just selling top of the range, buying bottom. I told you that 1 hour close is key, man. 1 hour close is key. I just need to trust it more. And that's my thing this week, you know? It's just like, I'm a little bit pissed off at myself for that, to be honest. That's something like, you get to a stage in your trading career where you get pissed off for not trusting yourself, you know? MK, did you hold it this time today? MK held it? Hopefully, otherwise I'm gonna cry. Finally. Good job, good job. Nice. Sniper, huh? Cool, cool. Glad you got that. Can we manage differently? No, I didn't go full break even. I was calling mental, and then I saw it. I'm like, I'm up 250. No need to give it back. It's been a good week. And then I made the decision to close, where all I should have done is said, hey, I can lose another 10 pips here. I'm going to put stops above this. It should need to respect this structure. If I get hit at my stops, guess what happens? I lose nothing because I took partials. And you were in also 0.5 risk. Even if you adjusted to your same stops from up here to down here, you will take what? 0.15 loss, 0.2 loss, nothing. So it's worth it at that point. So that's an improvement as a trader, is that I need to look, I need to hold and trust my trades a little bit more. I know what I'm doing. Don't let profits get to me. Focus on trusting gold here to give me the volume. You know, and that's the difference. Like, you have to understand, we've had a generational shift on GJ. GJ has shifted to something completely different, and I've had to adapt and go on to gold now, which is something I haven't done for 3 years, guys. Understand, that's 3 years I've been specifically on GJ, king of GJ. You know, and it will come back, you know, once it starts actually doing something. I can start trading GJ again, but you're just seeing me in the mix of it. Nice. Same management plan you had as yesterday. I like this. Well done, man, Thanos. Killed it yesterday, today. You know, but I still make those type of mistakes. I have to smoke a cigarette to release the pressure. I should, hopefully my strategy should build confidence. We've seen this play out 100% win rate this week on this exact same setup again and again and again. Price action works, man. I just need to trust gold is gonna bring the volume here. You know, because that's easy profits here. That would have been 1.5% day easy. Right? No questions asked. But that's also Got also stressed maybe on other. Yeah, I mean, it's just because we switched here. We switched. What do you think about streaming NY session gold instead of GJ London time? Well, we're killing GJ we're killing gold in London here. We're doing well on London, you know. Running out of time for GJ plan. I just don't like it, bro. I don't like it. I don't know how much I trust it. You could give it a shot, but you know, it's not doing anything. There's just no interesting traders interested in the market here. You know. I took partials, then got stopped same as you, but then re-entered as well. Yeah, that could have been good for me. I know what I did wrong, and I wrote it in my notes, and that's it. I move on. Should have left original runner to calculate for BE. That's all I needed to do. Move stops to somewhere like this. That's it. That's all I had to do here. Right? That's it. I mean, if you didn't close partials, then mental would be good. You know, we know gold likes to come back to BE, and I should know that and just say, hey, I'll accept the full BE if it comes BE. What setup was that? You can write that down as a setup 2 on the 1 hour. 1 hour setup 2. Trusted your plan, so I stuck to it, did not exit. Nice. Yeah, now you should be out though, right? You should be out when it hit that TP. Thanks for your analysis. I would have missed it. No problem. Only thing I ask in return is a like on stream. Goal is to get to 800 viewers. That's it. I'm out. TP. Well done. Well done. Good job to everyone who took it. Held it as well. And there you go. We're back. We're back. Where's that guy asking me, you don't take trades, Mr. No Trade? Where are you now? Show me. I'm waiting. Come talk to my face now. I'm joking, I'm joking. He blew his account. Yeah, yesterday he said to sell GJ and then it went up, and no, he said to buy and then it went down. Haters been really quiet? Yeah, they have been quiet. If you're new to the channel, guys, be sure to subscribe. I forget to say that these days. I want to keep people, you know, show up to future streams, watch us through good times, watch us through bad times, watch us through boring times, watch us through fun times, and welcome to a life of a trader. It's just how it is. They don't have substance to use to hate, especially Angry Bill. Yeah, exactly. Did you update your stream record? I did not update my stream record. I will though. I'll do it now. Let's have a look. What's my win rate now? You lose 1% for taking one loss, and then you gain 0.2%, I think, for taking a win. Bro, you have to... Damn, this is nuts. And you sold the top wick here. That's pretty cool. I like the break of the low. This is the correct position. This you have to gain control of. This is a bit crazy. You know? Even though you might be playing with lower risk, but damn. But it's total profit 0.2. No, he actually would have made good profit. These are break even. Some take a profit because he stacked positions here. This was the solid trade he took here was, I'd say this one here, the one we took together. That was nice. But he was at right bias at least. But need to gain control, because you start doing that with big money, it's gonna mess you up, right? So we want to think about long term. Short term doesn't really matter. Long term matters, right? So when you start using when you start using bigger risk. Please send GJ analysis after the news. Yeah, we'll see what happens, how it spikes with GJ. Why are those people spamming GJ? I don't know. They're trying to make me analyze a barcode. Guys, scan this barcode. It will send you to destination fucked. You can enjoy your night there. Enjoy it. You know, and tell me how was your stay. Why all the hair? Ah, it's because your bitch was telling me she liked it, so I kept it on, you know? I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. Oh, shit. Joking. Really. Don't be offended, please. Max, we all good, Max. We all good. I just had to fire that. Perfect scenario. How are you getting wild? Ah, it was too good of an opportunity. You called me off guard, so it wasn't too bad. Flipped 800. You had to pick up the cartridges, damn. Nah, you're all good, bro? Okay, I'm good. At least you don't take it, at least you take it as banter, you know? That's good. If you didn't take it, then it's bad. How much for one-to-ones? I don't do one-to-ones. I might open one-to-ones, but I need to spend time and put time in my calendar to make one-to-ones. Right? Because it's very time-consuming one-to-ones. Time-consuming, and I need to make sure, because I don't charge much. Like, realistically, I'd have to charge silly amounts for one-to-ones. That's why I just make it very affordable for the exclusive community, right? That's why I just make it less than $1.8 a day. You'll make that back. You get so much value. One-to-ones are very specific, and I like to spend very good time with people. So if I do it, I will plan, you know, like it's not like a random one-to-one. It's very in-depth. There'll be follow-ups afterwards, etc., etc. So no, there is no one-to-ones, I'm afraid, my friend. Your boy wanna join the group? Yes. Like I said, that's from here. Everyone asks, but then they don't join. It's very weird. So I don't know why people ask. 77.3% win rate now. Alright, we'll adjust it. Thank you, sir. Always, damn. For one winning trade, we go from 77.1 to 77.3. Like, it doesn't... Why should I even change it? I might just remove the win rate number because it's really useless. Very, very useless. You only live life once. You can't miss out on TS gang. Yeah, I can't wait for the TS meetup. This is something I'm actually looking forward to. Any limits on exclusive group? Yeah, I closed the group. By tomorrow, group is gonna be closed. That's how I'm gonna do it. Until I open like a wait list again or something. And that's the only, like I said, the only reason I do that. The only reason I do that is so I know who comes in, I know who goes out, and I can make sure that they're on the right path. I don't want a random group where I don't know who is who, what is. I know everyone who comes in, I know. Because I can track 10 members come in. And before someone turns around and says, oh, promoting a group for 10 members, he's just saying 10 members so he gets that. No, man. That's $500. It's not life-changing, you know. But always grateful and happy to offer a service and be compensated for the service. So I think it's a fair trade. So that's that. Anyways, we've been on for a while now, guys. I'm going to head off now. So I appreciate everyone showing up to the stream. Hope you enjoyed the analysis. Well done for being patient. Even though today you would have been rewarded for entering early here, I still don't really agree with it. I think the best was to wait for the 1 hour close. I think it was the most efficient move. The most efficient move we've seen was in the 1 hour close here. So that's what I'm looking at. So I appreciate everyone showing up. Have an amazing day. Take care. Trade sharp. And hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you all.